Welcome back to Nikki's Scrapbooking Adventures. There is a new collection out called Spectrum Sherbet by 49 and Market, and it is gorgeous. I have the onesies really bad. I want the entire collection, all the 6x8 pads, all 3 paper packs, all of the ephemera. I just want it all. I just want it all. But today, I don't want to spend all that money. I just don't. We are going to try to make something similar to this right here. Put it up a little bit closer. So you see those butterflies in the colors? That's what we're going to try to do. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need some paper, your inks, a brush, and then a layered die. You could use something different that's not butterflies. I just happen to have butterflies, and that's what I'm going to use today. We're going to start with doing our background, okay? The same way that I did the other one. Now, looking at this, they're going pink to blue, so that's what I really want to do as well. I am going to start with my red because that's how I do. Okay. Their design takes up about 6 inches. I don't think I needed that much red, but that's okay. 6 inches of the page. So I'm going to kind of just 6 inches of the page. Okay. Definitely did not need this much red. Oopsies. It's alright. I got a whole ink pad. Not a big deal. Okay. I'm not going to wash my brush. Because what happens then is that my colors blend. And that's what I like to see. And it'll make the butterflies stand out more. Okay. Really, I think I only need one swatch of color, but that's okay. So I'm just spritzing water, adding my color, wiping the color up when it's done, then moving on to the next color. I think I'm going to skip the craft pistachio, oh my goodness, because I'm going to get that color to come forth here. Wow. We're going to clean that guy. So what happens when you get red plus green is mud, and that's kind of what I just made. So just clean my brush real quick. Not a big deal. You will start over on that one. When you go from cool colors to light colors or warm colors to cool colors, that's when you start to make mud. So you do have to be careful. So when you go from cool colors to light colors or light colors to cool, when you start to go warm colors to cool colors, you have to be careful because they're the opposites, and opposites make mud. There, finally said it right. I'm not gonna skip this one, I don't think. I got enough room. I'm just gonna get all of them out here. But that's why you can layer your greens and your blues and your purples together really nicely, but you can't layer red with purple. Well, you can and get magenta, but it's not advised. I would not do red and orange clearly, because that's just what exactly happened to that middle color there. It's okay. Isn't that fun? And that's just paper, water, and your Distress Oxide inks. Okay, so I just let this dry on the floor. You can see it's kind of wrinkled right where the water is, because that's expected. It will straighten out when it's in your album, so I'm not going to worry about it. The next step is to add the butterflies. So I will be doing this right along with you. You can see here in the image that they've got a couple different types of butterflies. Well, I think what they did is they just color blocked. And what I mean by that is they placed butterflies in the respective colors. So that's what we're going to do. And they just layered them up. That's exactly what we're going to do. I've got my butterflies here. Now I just need to find my stamp block. Okay. So this super cheap acrylic stamp block. We are going to stamp. Now I've not used these before, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the solid piece, one on every color, and go up from there. Now this is a layering butterfly, so let's actually look what this looks like first before we start messing with our project. Okay, so I've got a piece of scratch paper here. I've got my acrylic block, and what color do we want to try? Let's try, usually you start with the lightest color when you're doing layering. So we're going to do yellow. Kind of hold it there, move it back and forth, and pull up. Look at that. You can even see the body in there. That's pretty cool. Okay. Wipe our stamped image off. Go to the next one. Okay, and we're going to go orange. Now, again, remember when I was telling you about the warm and cool colors? If you're wanting to do something like this, I would recommend sticking either with the warm or the cool colors. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. It's a little off. That's okay. Not a big deal. Look how pretty that is. Okay. And then the second to last one is the red. Look how cool that looks. And I love that detail. Okay. And the last one is going to be in black. Using my Distress Oxide Black Soot. Now, in the other one, they used black. And I think it really made it stand out. Oh, look at that. Look how pretty that ends up being. And it wasn't too hard to layer. Even though I did probably the layering backwards. Look at how pretty that butterfly is. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now, if you're going to do some color blocking, you're probably just going to be able to do one butterfly per or one color per layer kind of thing. So I'd have to pick one layer. So I think I'm going to keep this and probably cut it out later to use it on another project. Okay, I've played with my stamps a little bit. This one we did together. This one I took the background stamp and stamped it once, and then I stamped it a second time without refreshing the ink. So you can see this lighter color here. And then I did the same thing with this one, where I took it the first time in black, second time it turned a little gray, because there's still ink on here and it looks a little fuzzy, and that's all right. Okay. And then I did first generation stamping where I had clean ink and went on top of that with this one. I really like the detail in that one. Okay. My goal was try to recreate some of these butterflies and figure out how they did this. Now they look like they have multiple different types of butterflies, but if you look like right here, it looks like this kind of butterfly where they've got a black outline but a blue underbase. This one looks more like here where it's a second generation full stamp and a first generation of the same color. So we're going to work on making our butterflies together. So these are kind of my options. So I think what I'm going to do is do a couple first generation or first and second generation stamping with this stamp right here in the red. My goal is to just kind of fill up this area with pretty butterflies, right? So see how that is first generation stamping. I'm actually going to go back over this a little bit. Felt like it didn't get a good impression. There you go. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and do second generation stamping. But because I double stamped here, I have to grab a scrap piece of paper. And that's part of the deal here, is I'm actually going to end up making a whole bunch of ephemera because I'm playing with this first and second generation stamping. Isn't that fun? See how it's a lighter color? Okay. So I'm just going to keep working with this solid color and go up my rainbow. Next is going to be orange. Now, if you have brand new Distress Oxide inks, your inking is going to look better. I accidentally added some extra stuff to this that messed up the formula of my stamp blocks, my ink pads. Okay. So yours is probably going to look a lot better than mine. That's okay. How fun that is. I'm going to do one right here. And then I think I'm going to do another one right here. So here's even third generation stamping. I don't even know that I'm going to get any ink out of this one. Oh, I got a little bit. The whole point is to layer, right? So I can definitely do this. Add a little bit of water to my stamp to clean it up. I do want an orange butterfly. So I'm going to go ahead and add some ink here. I always find, at least with these, it's better to put your stamp up, facing up, and you pat the block. I don't know. It's weird. Woo, that was close. Kind of hold it there for a little bit. There we go. Oops, I did get a little bit of a weird spot there. It's okay. Doesn't matter. They don't have to be perfect. And that is the glory of making your own embellishments, making your own paper. It doesn't have to be perfect. Isn't that fun? Okay. So far, so good, right? Now we're going to go on to yellow. Okay. And we're going to go this way this time. I can overlap these if I want to. In this case, I don't really want to. Now with the yellow, because that's such a lighter color, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple first generation stampings here. Isn't that fun? Ooh, I like this. I'm gonna layer it here. Got a little bit of a spot that I can do that with. You can't even tell it's there, but it gives just a little bit of texture. And the reason you can't tell is because it's yellow, right? Okay. So then, look at how fun this looks already. I am really excited about this piece of paper. Oh shoot, I wanted to get a yellow. I keep forgetting. I want another set of butterflies right here. So while I'm using it with the color, look how beautiful that is. That is a bright, bright yellow, my friends. Okay. Next color. I think this is going to help this block of paint, or because it's not going to be mixed, it's going to be this true solid color. I think that's going to help this a lot. So I might do first generation stamping a couple times here just to get that true color. And I am kind of pressing a little hard on this, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do second generation out here. So first generation, second generation. Isn't that fun? And I'm okay with my butterflies overlapping. Absolutely 100% okay. Isn't this fun? I hope you guys are playing along with me today. Are there any pieces of paper that you've wanted to do this with ever? Like I said, I've been dreaming about this project. I think it's just so fun. Just straight up on that one. Anybody else dream about their crafty projects in life? Isn't that fun? Looks like a little card. Next is blue, my favorite color in the whole world. I just love blue. Any type of blue. It's my favorite. It is definitely my favorite. Since it is my favorite, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of these. See how it's different? First, second, third. So now I've got a couple different embellishments here too, right? They can definitely cut out. Super simple to cut out. Can't decide if I want these to go off the page or not. So far I have not made them go off the page. Maybe I'll make this one go off the page a little bit. There we go. And then this one right here can go off the page too. There we go. So that means I need a couple down here that go off the page, I think. Make it look all pretty. Isn't that just a fun project? I don't know. I'm really excited about it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. This is kind of the same concept of when you add extra water to your watercolors. It gets a little bit lighter. Okay, next, I need to add a couple details, right? So there are a couple of butterflies that have tone on tone, and then there's a couple butterflies that have the solid colors. So let's do the tone on tone first, because I think that's my favorite. So I'm going to pick this one out here because this is an outline. And I'm just going to do a couple of them. I know I want this one to be in black. So I think I'm going to do this one in orange in this tone on tone technique. Because this is the first generation, that's the second generation. I'm actually going to do this one right here. Because you can't hardly see it. And so if I do this outline, I'll be able to see it. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to see if this is going to work. And if it doesn't work, not a big deal. So tone on tone. Here we go. See how that is cool? Okay. This one's going to be a little bit harder to see. But all I'm trying to do is add some detail. Yeah, you can't even tell. That's all right, that's all right. Okay. Okay. Ooh, look at how cool that looks. Okay. Pretty, 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 pretty. Well, I need a third one. Where do I want to put the third one? I might do that one. Let's see. I think this one's gonna be my third one. Third, because in design, we're always looking for threes. Interesting little tidbit. I think that's the prettiest. Oh my goodness. Okay. So that's how we're gonna do this one too. Because I think that is really pretty. Okay. 1. 2. 3. Oh, look at how fun that is. Oh my goodness. I think everything is fun in scrapbooking. Who am I kidding? Let's do a couple of these. Okay, so I need this one in black here. I think that's gonna look really pretty. Yes, look at that. Now I got off a little bit. That's okay. Not a big deal because it's the yellow. Not a big deal. Okay, do I wanna... I think I'm going to add it to this one here to kind of lead the eye in. I will say I feel like it's a little bit harder to line this up since this paper is warped. Just a thought. Okay, let's do this one. I feel like one of these needs it, but I also feel like something up here needs something. So maybe I'll do tone on tone here, and then this one detailed here. That's fun. Okay. And I'm gonna go detailed on this one, I think. Look at that. That is so fun. Okay. So I got my 3, 4, that's okay. But it's 7 total, right? So that's good. Now let's do a tone on tone. Actually, I wonder if I should do tone on tone with this stamp. Hang on, let me think. Yes, let's do that on this one and see what that looks like. So remember, I tried to do the tone on tone with the yellow, but it's such a light color that it did not work. Ooh, 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 ooh. That is fun. I really like that. Okay. So we're gonna do that with the blue. No, we're gonna do something. We gotta do something different with that. Oh, you know what I could do is the tone on tone in the blue. No, I feel like I really need to do something with this one. Hang on. It needs to be this guy. Tone on toned. Yep, it needs to be this one. Uh-oh. There we go. Don't forget your lids, ladies. Yes, look at that. That's so fun. Okay. So now let's mix up some of the colors. Yes, that's right. Okay, we're gonna do green on the blue here. Because again, we are not gonna mix warm and cool colors. That is not how we roll. Ooh, that's fun. Okay. And maybe this one. Second generation. Go ahead and leave this yellow one alone. Just because it is so hard to see the yellow already. So we're going to do some orange on the red and the red on the orange. Mix them up. Because I think that is going to make our rainbow really pretty. Second generation stamping, third generation stamping on this yellow. There we go. That way you can see it, maybe even fourth here. There we go. Just so you can see it better, even though you can't tell what the pattern is. That is definitely a-okay. But now you at least know what that is, right? Okay. Let's do... Notice how I'm leaving out this one right here. So what I noticed is that when I do this one, it's the inside of this pattern. And so the outline then is the solid color. See, watch. Oh, you can't even tell on that one, sorry. That's all right. So we're gonna do this inside bit in red on this one. Where did my orange cap go? But it's gonna be second generation. Oh no. Okay. This is what's hard about something that's a half design. You get everything. Okay, so you see this one down here. What's going to happen is this is going to be right in the middle of that one. See? So when I leave this alone, the outside is the color, the base color. Isn't that pretty? I love this color combo. Gryffindor. However, I'm not a Gryffindor. I'm a Hufflepuff. Just keep adding a little bit of something something everywhere. Okay. And friends, that is my knockoff version of this one right here. I really like it. I think that's really, really, really pretty. I had fun making it. That's the most important part. I hope you liked this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.